Hello everyone. Welcome to JamJac channel. For today's episode, we will take a review about this mobile suit, which is the Wing Zero Custom. But before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, and if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and click the notification bell for more review videos like this. Let's get started. The XXXG-00W0 Wing Gundam Zero Custom, aka Wing Zero, is a mobile suit that appears in the OVA or movie Mobile Suit Gundam Wing Endless Waltz, and the manga Mobile Suit Gundam Wing Endless Waltz Glory of the Losers. History. Glory of the Losers. Following the self-detonation of the Wing Gundam Proto Zero and the decommissioning of the OZ-00MS Taldes Flugel, Mike Howard repaired and upgraded the Proto Zero into the Wing Zero Custom, using the wing binders and other parts from the damaged Taldes Flugel to complete the modifications. Armed with the new Gundam, Zex Merquise raced to Earth to defend the Sank Kingdom. He was, however, drawn into battle against Hero Yui in the OZ-13MS Gundam Epion. Both pilots, under the influence of the Zero system of their respective fighters, recognized each other immediately and dueled fiercely. Neither pilot nor machine took any major damage, and after a clash, both Hero and Zex were overcome with esoteric hallucinations caused by the Zero system. Particularly, Zex was troubled by what he interpreted as him destroying the Earth with Wing Zero. Because of this, the two pilots decided to switch Gundams, with Hero taking Wing Zero. After the White Fang's rebellion in space began, Hero traveled with Wing Zero to Oz's Baikal base in Siberia, where he had previously self-detonated the XXXG-00W0 Wing Gundam to steal transportation back into space. After eliminating the base's defense forces with ease, Hero was met by Sally Poe and would journey into space alongside her with both Wing Zero and the XXXG-01H Gundam heavy arms she had recovered. Later on, Hero would use Wing Zero to save a colony that was under attack by Oz. This very colony was where Troa Barton, Catherine Bloom, and their circus troupe were visiting. Upon seeing Wing Zero, Troa's instincts kicked in, alerting him to a danger he did not understand. However, Hero informed him that the Gundam heavy arms was waiting for Troa to use to save his troop. Together, both Gundams fought off the occupying Oz forces, with heavy arms taking a fair bit of damage. After the battle, Wing Zero flew heavy arms to the Peace Million, where Howard and his crew repaired and upgraded the 5 Gundams for space combat. Wing Zero received a fine-tuned shield from the upgrade process, allowing it to transform into Neo Bird mode. With their newly repaired, upgraded, and resupplied Gundams, the G-Team alongside Lucrezia Noin would then sortie to face the White Fang's mobile doll army of WF-02MD Virgo 2s. Partway through the battle, Hero noticed Zex, now Miliardo, in the Gundam Epion joining the battlefield, and left to go face him. After clashing with Miliardo several times throughout the Eve Wars, Hero would eventually emerge victorious and go on to attempt to destroy the engine generator of Libra. However, Wing Zero's beam saber and machine cannons were spent and was without the Twin Buster rifle, having been disarmed of it during the duel. Thus, leaving Hero with self-detonating Wing Zero as the only option. Before he could, Miliardo in the damaged Epion showed up one last time, using the full power of the Strum und Drang Zweihander mode of Epion to destroy the engines himself, and seemingly sacrificing himself so that Hero could live. Unfortunately, Epion's sacrifice wasn't enough, as a large section of Libra was still falling to Earth. Chong Wufei in the XXXG-01S2 Ultron Gundam burst through the wall of the section Hero was in, carrying the dropped Drei's-Werg Buster Doppel Twin Buster rifle equipped with 2 sets of Drei's-Werg. Hero then flew Wing Zero out in front of the Libra section, plummeting toward the planet, and destroyed it with the Drei's-Werg Buster Doppel, saving the Earth. Endless Waltz. A year after the end of the Eve Wars, 4 of the Gundams, including Wing Zero, were collected and sent towards the Sun for disposal. When the Barton Foundation, led by Marimea Kushranada, began to perform the original Operation Meteor, Katra Raberba Winner set out to retrieve the 4 Gundams and sent Wing Zero to rendezvous in space with Hero, following his efforts to prevent the deorbiting of Colony L3X18999. After retrieving Wing Zero, Hero flew to Earth to save the kidnapped Relina Darlian. However, he was intercepted by Wufei in the Ultron Gundam, who was on the side of the Marimea army, and the 2 Gundams dueled each other above Earth's orbit. During the battle, Hero did not fight to his fullest extent due to him believing the duel to be pointless, and Wing Zero received heavy damage from both Ultron and the re-entry into Earth's atmosphere. Eventually, Hero gave up the fight and caused Wing Zero to sink into the ocean, at which point Wu Fei came to his senses. Sometime later, Wing Zero reactivated on its own and Hero decided to complete his mission. Wing Zero arrived in the sky at Brussels, where the other Gundams were fighting, and Hero aimed the Twin Buster rifle at the shield-protected presidential building where Marimea and her troops were hiding in. Hero fired the rifle 3 times and succeeded in destroying the bunker shields. However, due to its already badly damaged state, the continuous recoil of the rifle along with enemy fire from the compound below proved too much for Wing Zero to withstand, causing the Gundam to start falling apart while firing the second shot and then exploding altogether while firing the third shot, though the remains of its torso crashed to the ground, which allowed Hero to survive and climb out of the wreckage although barely able to stand. After Marimea's surrender, the rest of the Gundams were also destroyed, along with all other mobile suits. Technology and combat characteristics. Wing Zero Custom was based on the Zero Frame technology developed by the 5 Gundam scientists, which was an inner frame with all the necessary components for the mobile suit to operate, completely separate from the armor platings and energy conduits for weapons. The performance of the frame itself surpasses that of the OZ-00MS Talgis, and the complete separation of armor and internal structure allows Wing Zero to continue fighting after losing up to 90% of its armor. In the Glory of the Losers manga, Wing Zero Custom is developed from the wreckage of the destroyed Wing Gundam Proto Zero, and upgraded with wing binders from the OZ-00MS Talgis Flugel. It combines the armament and equipment of the TV version and the Endless Waltz version, such as having a shield and being able to transform into Neo Bird mode. Armaments. Twin Buster Rifle. A double-barrel type Buster Rifle. It has more than twice the power of the Buster Rifle equipped by the XXXG-00W Wing Gundam. In Neo Bird mode, it is equipped on both sides of the shield in a divided state. It is a type directly connected to the generator, so rapid fire is also possible. Beam Saber. Slashing equipment for close combat. Since it adopts devices made of Gundanium alloy in every part, the power, function, durability, etc. are exceptionally improved compared to those of ordinary mobile suit. One piece is stored within the pylons that connect the 2 smaller wings to the Gundam's back. Machine Cannon. Located on the shoulders, the 2 cannons are short to medium-range weapons. They are capable of rapid fire, thanks to internal drum structure. They are covered when not in use. Shield. Used in the Glory of the Losers manga. It is developed by Howard when he finishes upgrading Wing Zero and the other Gundams for proper use in space. Like the Proto Zero's shield, it is made of Gundanium alloy. In addition to being applied with anti-beam coating, it is equipped with wing Vulcans on both sides. It becomes the nose in Neo Bird mode, having excellent aerodynamic performance in the atmosphere and also functions as a ram when charging. Dry's Word. Used in the Glory of the Losers manga, it is a powerful beam rifle type weapon originally designed for the Proto Zero. The Dry's Word is a combination of 3 identical component rifles known as Messer's Word, which can be used individually. The Dry's Word can be combined with the Twin Buster rifle to enhance the latter's firepower. A maximum of 2 sets of Dry's Word can be combined with the Twin Buster rifle, and this form is known as Dry's Word Buster Doppelt. At the end of the Eve Wars, Wing Zero used the Dry's Word Buster Doppelt to destroy the wreckage of Libra before it could crash onto Earth. Special equipment and features. Wing Unit. When the Talgis Flugel is decommissioned, its 4 angelic-style wing binders are modified and repurposed onto the new Wing Zero. The 2 larger wings can be used as shields, as well as be used to protect the Gundam during atmospheric re-entry. Neo Bird Mode. Featured in the Glory of the Losers manga, it is similar in appearance to the Proto Zero's Neo Bird mode with the exception of its wing binders. It was initially unusable until Howard equipped Wing Zero with its shield and used architecture backups to restore its lost systems. Was used multiple times during the Eve Wars. Booster Unit. A spherical booster unit that can be attached to Wing Zero for interplanetary flight. It is speculated that this unit was prepared for the Mars terraforming project. During Marimea's rebellion, This unit was used by Catra to deliver the Gundam to Hero. It is also featured in the Battlefield of Pacifists manga. Self-destruct system. Like the other Gundams, Wing Zero Custom was built to self-destruct should the pilot choose to. A remote detonator is placed within the cockpit, and if a dire situation arrives, the pilot can destroy the Gundam. The system was designed to overload its power systems and has enough explosive power to destroy several city blocks. It's a last option tactic if the pilot is incapable of protecting the Gundam, while not allowing it to fall into enemy hands. It also can be used as one large explosive device to eradicate large targets. Zero System. An interface for achieving the perfect victory, developed to make the pilot keep up with a machine performance that surpasses the Talgis. Since it seriously affects the physical functions and mental state of the pilot, a person without strong mental strength can't control it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share this video. Thank you for watching.